I am so excited to be here with you all. But can I just be honest real quick? I wish I wasn't stuck here working at this store. I mean, I've just been working here doing the same old things, same old, fix up the bikes, selling things to customers, and it's getting kind of boring. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love my job, but I just haven't seen my usual customers here in a few days, and it's just been me and these bikes hanging around here, and I forgot, this new Grogu toy that my boss just got. I don't know, whatever that is. But all this time by myself got me thinking a little bit. What if, instead of being stuck here at this store, I could be out on the open road riding my dream ride called Vespa? Listen to this. The model is called the Vespod Racer. Just check this out. Look at that thing. Don't you just want to ride it, go wherever you want? Oh, what? That's the best ride ever. I want to ride it so badly that I would give up anything in this store. Wait, but you know what? I've actually never seen one in real life. Wait, hold on. Do you guys hear that? What's happening? Are my bikes? Wait.
Oh, sorry about that. Didn't mean to burst in here.
Whoa. Wait. Oh, wait a second. What?
I just thought I'd show up for a little tune-up. But wow.
Oh,
what a cool
my
little shop you
gosh.
got here.
Do you know what that is? I can't believe it! You have the Vespod Racer 9001?
Well, yeah, she's a little old, but
Old?
she's gotten me to where I need to be.
No way. I'm so jealous. I mean, how it must feel to ride that amazing ride. Have the wind take you wherever you want to go. I mean, you don't have to worry about tire sales or customers or anything, basically.
Well, I wouldn't say anything.
What?
Boys, can you cut the music?
What do you mean?
So, I might have this amazing machine, but
Yes.
it's really all I've got.
You do.
You know,
It's incredible.
I'm actually, to be honest, a little jealous of you. I mean, you've got
Me?
this awesome little bike shop, and you say you've got regular customers and
I do.
people that are a part of your life.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
They're my friends. All my customers.
I would be, I would give anything myself just so that I could have, people in my life like you. Someone to be thankful for this week. But
So what you're telling me is you would give up your Vespod Racer for a place to call your own, like this little bike shop here?
yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Really? Wow. I must have been taking this place for granted.
It can be hard to see all the great things we have in our life when we get too focused on what we want instead of being
Right.
grateful for what we have.
Right. I honestly, I didn't even consider how much this place has given to me or what it could be for somebody else.
Okay,
What-
that's
what?
amazing, and I'm
What?
glad that we got to discover this together, but
Yeah.
is that a Grogu toy? A limited edition Grogu toy? I mean, look, this guy, he's my favorite little guy.
Oh my gosh.
He's amazing, he's perfect. Do you think I could stay?
He's got the shirt and everything. Wow. So, okay, if you love Grogu and you love all my bikes, hey, you'd be a perfect fit. Would you like a job here?
Really? You'd give me a new job
Absolutely.
and a new life?
Absolutely. It's the least thing I could do because you are the one who reminded me about God's little gifts. I mean, they may not be huge or fantastic, but there's something that he provided me no matter where I am or who brings it into my life.
Well, that's amazing. Thank you
Right?
so much. In fact, I am just I'm so thankful. I'm so grateful.
Right? Yeah?
I'm even feeling pretty content right now.
Oh, content. Oh, That's our virtue this month. Contentment. Contentment. It's learning to be okay with what you have. Thanks for bringing that up. That's awesome.
Of course. It's so great to be thankful for God for this position he's given me for being here in the shop. And you know what? I think I can take care of the store for a little bit.
Really?
If you want to take your first ride out on the Vespod.
Are you serious?
Yes.
You're being really, really serious?
Of course. Just remember to wear your helmet. You always got to stay safe.
Okay, I'm going to take it around the block, maybe go, 2 or 3 times. I'll bring it right back, I think.
Make sure you have fun.
Okay, let me just put on my helmet. I guess safety first. Okay, I'm ready.
She'll be right
Here
back.
we go.
Everyone say, bye, Rachel.
Bye! Woo-woo! Here we go!
All right. Awesome. So now I get to hang out with you guys. In fact, I think I have a great, fun little game that I can do to learn about contentment with you guys. And it's a game that I like to call Wheel of Contentment! All right, so we are going to learn whether or not you can be content. So we will have 5 rounds, which means I will be picking 5 people. But just wait, let's learn how the game is played. So right here, you can see these 5 colored buckets and these 5 colored hands. And that lime green will be yellow. So I will spin the wheel of contentment when you go down here. When you come on up, whatever one it lands on, orange, we will see a prize that is underneath the orange bucket. Now, you can see what the prize is, and I will give you a choice. You can either take whatever prize is under the orange bucket, or you can say, maybe there's something a little bit better in one of the other ones, and spin again. But if you choose to spin again, then you have to take whatever is under the second bucket. Does everyone understand how to play Wheel of Contentment? All right. Well then, one at a time, but I will be getting 5 people this morning to play our game. So, tie-dye shirt all the way in the back. Come on down. Let's give... Oh, you all right? What is your name?
Caleb.
We've got Caleb in the house. Everyone say hi, Caleb. All right. So, I'm going to spin the wheel of contentment. Everyone give a drum roll, please. All right. What's it going to land on? Green. Actually, that one will be yellow. So that dark green bucket right there. So you've got yourself a cast iron brownie maker. It comes with its own brownie batter and stuff. So you can either take that or you can try and spin. You're going to keep that one? All right. So he seems pretty content with his first gift this morning. So we're going to rearrange some of the prizes back here while I pick another to see if you will get the goods. Right there. Let's bring it on down. Actually, yeah, we're doing this one. What is your name? We've got Peyton. Everyone say good morning, Peyton. All right. So, we've got our prizes all shuffled back up. And let's see what happens when we spin the wheel. Let's give another drum roll every time I spin. Let's figure out. Looks like yellow. So this lime green bucket, which means yellow, lift it up and see what the prize is. We've got a little alien toy that looks like the rat from Ratatouille. Do you want to keep this one, or do you want to spin again to see if there's something different? You're gonna spin again, but remember, whatever you get this time, you have to take as your prize for the Wheel of Contentment. Roll, everybody, drum roll. All right, red. Let's see what red is under the red bucket. You got a Roblox action figure. Now, congratulations, Peyton. All right, we're going to get our prizes shuffled back up. I don't need that. Right there. Do you see her? Come on down. All right, this is 3 out of 5. What is your name this morning? We got Kalila here this morning. Everyone say good morning, Kalila. All right. Well, we got our shufflers shuffling around these awesome prizes. Now, let's give a spin of the wheel of contentment. All right, let's give it a drum roll every time. All right, what's it gonna land on? And green. So that dark green bucket. What is under the dark green bucket? We've got it's got a bunch of little lollipops in it, I'm pretty sure. Do you want to keep that one, or do you want to spin again for another prize? All right, we've got a keeper. She is content with her lollipops. High five. Great job. So, we're going to be looking for 2 more contestants here this morning on Wheel of Contentment. Sparkly dress right there. What is your name?
Zerlene.
Zerlene? Everyone say good morning, Zerlene. Are you ready for the Wheel of Contentment? Awesome. All right. All right. This is our second to last round. Let's give it a spin. All right, get that drum roll going. What could she be getting this morning? Yellow. So that is this one right here. You've got a light up toilet paper roll. Now you can keep this light up toilet paper roll, or you can spin again for something else. She's gonna spin again. She is not content with the paper roll. Let's get the drum roll started. All right. It looks like blue. Let's see what blue is. Oh, you got lumps of coal. You gotta stick at that one. They're actually little candies, but yeah. But that was great. Now, I'm gonna ask that everyone, I will not pick anyone unless they are sitting down, they are relaxed, and they are content. And I would also appreciate if we can get someone who has never, and I mean never ever, been on the park stage before. Yeah, you were just on. All right. We've got... Shit, wait a second. Here, I'm gonna... Here I go. You haven't been on? Come on down. All right. Now, what is your name, good sir? We've got Colin here. And you know, it's the week of Thanksgiving. So, I have to ask, what are you thankful for this week? Your stuff? Yeah. Well, let's see if you can get some more stuff. We've got our last spinner. Now you're pretty tall. You think you can reach it? You go for a spin yourself? All right. Let's give the drum roll started. And what's it gonna land on? Green. This dark green right down there. We got the toilet paper. Is that he's keeping it? Is that what you want to keep it nice? We are very content with our beautifully lit toilet paper this morning. Let's have a round of applause for all of our amazing contestants. Well, that was awesome. Hey, everybody, can I get your attention real quick? Because I just want to thank you so much. I mean, it was great to learn about contentment together and to figure out, I don't know, should I keep but I'm glad the light up toilet paper roll did find a home this morning. So let's give a round of applause to all of our amazing contestants and for learning about contentment this morning. It's been amazing.
Woo! Speaking of amazing, wow, that ride was bomb. That was awesome. Here are your keys back. I told you I'd bring them back for you. Wow, thank you so much. My hair is still just from the ride.
But it was great to learn some of the locals around this place
and
to finally teach about contentment.
Hey, these are my people. They're sweet, aren't they?
They're pretty awesome.
I love my people. I love you all. Hey, but are you all content with your prizes today? Yeah. Good. A bike? I don't know, man. I got to negotiate with you about that. Okay.
We'll go to negotiating afterwards, but for now.
Yeah. One way we can show contentment to our Lord is by worshiping and showing Him just how much we appreciate Him. And how do we do that each and every week here in the park? That's right. Good job. Offering. Offering is a time where we return to God a portion of what He has given to us. When we make that offering, we're showing God just how much we love and trust Him with everything that we have, including our money. So if you have offering, come on up, put Him in one of these 2 buckets. Perfect. Good job. You could.
Wonderful, generous people this morning.
You could.
Thank you so much.
Very generous. Thank you so much. Awesome. Good job. Good job.
Well, that looks like everyone.
Yes, it does. It does look like everyone. Oh, Daniel, you know what that means? Woo!
It sounds like it's time to worship.
Time for worship. All right, let's get some joy in here, right? Let's see.
I wanted to see if I get someone who's never danced to worship
come up?
this morning.
Come on.
Only your puppy. Right there.
You want both come up here. There you go. All right, come on over here.
What's your name?
Grady.
We got Grady in the house.
Who do we have in the middle, Daniel?
Isabel.
You got Isabel.
Hi, Isabel. And who do we have over here?
Brooklyn.
Say it one more time.
Brooklyn.
Say hi, Brooklyn. All right. Are we ready for some joy up in here? Woo! That's what I like to hear. All right, ready? Count. 1, 2, 3.
Hit it, Blues!
Are you gonna do those shoulders, right? There you go. All right, now we're gonna step.
Lately I've been reeling, watching the nightly news.
There you go.
Don't seem to find the rhythm, just wanna sing the blues. Feels like a song
We're
that
gonna
never
stop.
stops.
Outside.
Feels like it's never gonna.
All right, take it up. Ready?
That fire back in my bones.
I want to hear you. Okay, low. Get low.
So won't somebody please
Pass the megaphone.
I'll shout it on the count of 3.
All right, I want to hear you. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, hear my prayer.
Not yet.
I'm singing to the sky. Give me strength to raise my voice. Let me testify. Oh, hear my prayer tonight. 'Cause this is do or die. The time is
Okay, time to
What
jump.
is it?
Jump! Let it move. Let it move. Let it move.
All right, jump again.
Let it move you. Let it move. Let it move you.
All right, do the step. Ready?
Back when I was younger, my eyes were full of life. But now that I am older, I live at the speed of light. Feels like the cycle never.
We're gonna stop. Other side.
Feels like it's never gonna.
All right, take it up.
Get that fire back in my bones. Before my
Make it low.
heart turns into
Get low,
stone.
get low.
So won't somebody please pass the megaphone. I'll shout it on the count of 3.
Say 1,
joy, 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 joy down in my heart. Down in my heart to stay.
All right, we're gonna go across the room. Let me see you jump. Ready? Jump. Here. Go. Go. Keep going. Keep going. Jump. Jump. Yeah, everybody jump.
Let's get
Guys,
excited.
see
Get
what
it
you got,
moving.
jump.
Get it pumping.
There you go.
The
Ready?
loudest you can do. God.
Let it move it. Let it move. Let it move it.
Ready?
God.
Let it move it. Oh, let it move. Let it move.
All right, ready? Fortnite.
Though I walk through the valley in the shadow of night, oh, with you by my side, I'm stepping into the light.
All right, jump. Down in my heart, down in my heart.
To stay, I need that joy, 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 joy down in my heart.
There you go.
Down in my heart to stay.
Woohoo!
Thank you guys so
That
much.
was awesome. You all did
That was so much
amazing.
fun.
Oh my gosh. Your
Thank
dog
you
was dancing.
so much for all of you for such an amazing first worship. It was great.
That was amazing, Daniel. But first, let's check out another way we can show contentment and how much we love our God.
That sounds great.
Hey, I'm Lawson. And let's be real. I think it's time for a new audience. A live audience. It's not that you guys aren't great, but you're just so far away. I need a bigger and better place to film. Oh, and I need a real crew.
Lawson?
Sorry, Mom. You're great, I mean, as far as moms filming with an iPhone go. But anyhow, I do have a great story from this girl, Henley, my cousin knows. Henley's family just had to move all the way across the country for her mom's job in the middle of the school year. And even though Henley's supposed to be writing a poem for language arts, all she can think is, I want to go home. And her dad reminds her, this is home now. And Henley's like, our real home is way better. And Dad says, whining is not an art form. But Henley turns her complaints into a haiku. I hate this whole place. It stinks like my brother's socks. I want to go home. Dad tells her to focus on math. So Henley does numbers. The number of things she misses back home. Number 1, it was warm all year long. But now, she has to dress up like a polar bear to stay warm. Number 2, in their old house, Henley had her own room. But now, she has to share a room with my messy sister, who just won an award for the most cluttered bedroom ever. Number 3, lunch at Henley's old school was awesome, but here is not so good. In fact, lunch is like a science experiment. Number 4, Henley's old school was right down the street. Now they have to drive half an hour and get up way too early. Number 5, at Henley's old home, the beach was just minutes away. Dad checks Henley's numbers and says her math is off, because she's forgotten to add in all the good things she has now, like the beautiful fall leaves outside and the mountains for hiking. Henley's like, oh, and she thinks of other stuff she has now too, like how much fun it is to talk and giggle with her sister before they fall asleep, and how there's a group of girls who always welcome her at their lunch table, and how she and Dad have a blast listening to polka music on the way to school. Henley looks at her list and realizes it all adds up, and that her new home isn't so bad after all. Henley even suggests that she and Dad go for a quick hike before dinner. So kids, never turn whining into an art form, but do always remember that contentment is learning to be okay with what you have. Actually, you guys are a great audience. I mean, you never boo me, right? Right? Stop that! Stop! See you guys next time. Stop! All right, now I'll get back.
All right, all right, all right. Well, welcome to the park. We are so glad you're here. Thank you so much for coming. Who's excited to be here today? All right, all right, all right. All right. Well, we are so glad you're here. We are so glad you're here. We have got another awesome story about our virtue, which is, anybody know what our virtue is? Contentment, there it is. Yeah, very good. Contentment. Yes. So we've got a story about contentment today, but actually, it's actually a story that has to do with people not being content. Okay, they just weren't content at all. And the group of people I'm talking about are the Israelites. All right, the Israelites in the Old Testament, they were God's people, God's chosen people, and they just were not content. So let me give you a little background here. So the Israelites, they were held captive in Egypt for hundreds of years. Hundreds of years. These guys are slaves, which means they had to work these long, hard days of grueling work. And they were beaten and they were whipped until finally Pharaoh lets them go. Finally Pharaoh agrees to let them go. And so the Israelites, they travel out and they get to the beach of the Red Sea. And God does an amazing miracle there. He literally parts the Red Sea. I mean, he stops the flow of water so that the Israelites could pass through on dry land to get to the other side. And if you remember, Pharaoh's army, right, Pharaoh changes his mind. And he says, no, why did I just get rid of these Israelites? Why did I let them go? So he sends his army after them. And the army comes, and they chase after him, and they go down to the sea. And then as soon as the Israelites get to the other side, God allows the water to flow again, and the water crashes on top of the army and completely destroys the army. And so God's people, the Israelites, are finally free. And they start celebrating.
What?
But
What?
their celebrating eventually turned to whining.
This is boring. Why did I get up at 7:30 this morning? Oh my God, no.
All right. Shh. All right. So this is where our story begins. And everybody gets to help me play a part, okay? First off, I got my boy Daniel over here, who's, yikes, he is aged just a little. Anyway, so he's going to be Moses. He's going to be the leader of the Israelites. And we're going to have Rachel, who's going to be an Israelite, along with all of you.
Oh, yeah.
You all are all going to be Israelites as well. So, real quick, before we get started, I know you all aren't used to like whining and complaining. Like nobody does that in here, right?
No.
Y'all don't whine and complain, right?
No.
Okay, yeah, I didn't think so. Okay, all right. So just for today, I'm gonna need your help. Just to see if you're gonna play one of these Israelites. And these Israelites, they were really whiny and they complained a lot. So I need you all to help me out. So can you all just in your best whiny voice be like, all right, wow, okay, all right, okay, you guys are warmed up, I can tell, very good.
You got it.
You guys are much more whiny than the 9 o'clock service, very good. All right, so, so you all are going to play the part of Israelites, and so Rachel is going to cue you up for when you need to whine and complain and say something, okay? Everybody good? Everything you can do that?
I got you.
All right. So let's get our story started. So
Only when
story.
Rachel tells you to speak, you will speak.
Thank you, Moses.
Thank you,
all right.
Moses.
Moses is
Very
spoken.
well put.
All right.
Thank you.
Hey, friends. All right. So this is where our story begins, right? So the Israelites, you had just crossed over the Red Sea. God performs this amazing miracle. you're excited, and then all of a sudden you start whining.
So, let me hear you in your most whiniest voice. We wish we were back in Egypt. We wish we were back in Egypt.
No.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
No,
Wow.
You didn't want that.
All right. All right. Very good. Good job. So yes, they wish they were back in Egypt. And in fact, I think the Bible even says this. The Israelites said to them,
We wish the Lord had put us to death in Egypt. There we sat around pots of meat. We ate all the food we wanted, but you have brought us out into this desert. You must want this entire community to die of hunger.
I mean, that's crazy. That is crazy. These Israelites, did they just forget where they came from in Egypt, that they were slaves? I mean, they were slaves, and they're saying they want to go back to Egypt. And so they're crying out to Moses, and Moses, he cries out to God. And God answers him.
I will rain down bread from heaven for you. The people must go out each day. Have them gather enough bread for that day.
So yeah, God says he's literally going to rain down food from heaven. I mean, how awesome is that? How awesome is that? Yeah. And so God also says this.
I have heard the people of Israel talking about how unhappy they are. Tell them, when the sun goes down, you will eat meat. In the morning, you will be filled with bread. Then you will know that I am the Lord your God.
Yes. And so as Moses tells the people all this, he's telling the people the Lord comes to him in a cloud, and to show that he is always with them.
Wait,
Look,
no.
the glory of the Lord.
What are you looking at right now?
Look, that cloud in the sky.
What? Wait, where? Up there?
Yes.
Wait.
The glory of the Lord.
Oh, everybody say, whoa. Whoa. I see it now. Okay.
gonna be great.
Sorry, I didn't have my coffee this morning. Ugh.
So Moses tells the people, hey friends, so Moses tells the people to only gather enough food for that day. Right? Only gather enough food for that day. All right? And so what happened was God kept his promise. God kept his promise. Sure enough, the meat came, right? The camp was just filled with quail. A quail, they were a type of bird. It would be kind of like, actually, I think we have a picture. Yeah, there's a quail. It'd be kind of like, like a whole bunch of chicken just coming into the park.
That looks yummy. Everybody say, quail. Ooh, I should have that with my coffee. That looks good.
So yeah, so God kept his promise, but then that wasn't all. That wasn't all, because if you remember, hey friends. So he says, remember God said, at night you will have meat for dinner, but he said in the morning you will have bread. And sure enough, that's exactly what happened. In the morning, the Israelites, they got up, they came outside their tent, and they saw there was dew on the ground. Just like we have dew outside sometimes, some mornings. And it was like little droplets of water, but this was like special dew. Because this dew, when it dried, it turned into like a thin, flaky, like a wafer. And when the Israelites ate it, it tasted sweet like honey. And the people, they called it manna.
Hey, say, we call it manna. We call it manna. You got it. Yep, that's my people right there. Ooh.
And so Moses, he's telling the people about this, all that God is providing them. But he says to make sure that they only gather enough food for that day. But what do you think the people did? They got greedy. They gathered extra food to last them into the next day. And what do you think happened? Well, it didn't last. The food didn't last. God was angry that they gathered extra food and they would not rely on God for that next day's provision of manna. And so when they got up the next morning, their food that they had left over, it had worms in it. It was rotting. It was disgusting. And so what happened was this cycle, every day, God would provide them new manna. Every day they would get new manna from heaven. Except on the sixth day. On the sixth day, God allowed them to gather a double portion of the manna for the seventh day. Does anybody know what the seventh day of the week was? Anybody remember what it was called? What do you think? I think I heard it. The Sabbath. That's right, it was the Sabbath. Okay, the Sabbath was very, very important. It was actually one of the 10 Commandments, right? Keep the Sabbath holy. And so the idea was that these Israelites, right, they would work all day long, all week long, gathering food and traveling through the desert. But on that seventh day, that Sabbath, they would rest. And they didn't have to worry about gathering food, so they had time to refocus their attention on God. And they could remember that God brought them out of Egypt and that God is so good to them and God provides for them. It's the same reason why we come to church. We come to church on Sundays every week because all week long, right, we're busy with school and sports and all these different activities. Well, on Sunday mornings, we can put all that stuff to the side and we can come to church and we can say, God, you are so good to us. We love you and we worship you. So this cycle is happening over and over every week. Every week, God is just continuing to provide for them every morning with this manna. And they're traveling through the desert, and eventually they get to an area called Rephidim. And Rephidim was great, but the only problem was they didn't have any water there. So what do you think happened? What did the Israelites do all the time? They complained, right? They started whining and complaining.
Give me in your whiniest voice, give us water to drink. Give us water to drink. Oh.
Already?
All right, okay. All right. Very good. Great job. That's some very whiny Israelites. All right. Shh. Okay. Shh. So the people, they cried out to Moses. They cried out to Moses saying that we need water. I think the Bible actually says this.
Why did you bring us up out of Egypt? Did you want us, our children, and our livestock to die of thirst?
So that's crazy. These Israelites, they completely forgot about that God had been providing for them every single day, right? And they're saying they're wishing they're back in Egypt again. I mean, did they forget that they were slaves in Egypt again? I mean, God had been providing for them this whole time, and all of a sudden they get to this new area, and then God's just going to forget about them? Why would they think that? So these Israelites, they got so upset with Moses that they were going to stone him. And so Moses, he cries out to God. Okay, all right, well, just, hey, everybody hold on a second. Hey, Moses, look, so people are going to stone you. I understand you're upset, but you might want to, say something to God.
God, I just don't understand. I mean, you have shown time and time again that you will provide when the time is right. But they just don't believe you, and they continue to whine and continue to ask for more, as if they don't know that you will do it all. What can I do? What should I do, Lord?
So God answered with this.
Go out in front of the people. Take some of the elders of Israel along with you. Take in your hand the walking stick you used when you struck the Nile River. Go. I will stand there in front of you by the rock at Mount Horeb. Hit the rock. Then water will come out of it for the people to drink.
So sure enough, that's what Moses does. He grabs his staff. He strikes the rock. And water comes crashing out. Just like that.
Hey, that looks good. I
want
want
some
some.
more?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's try it again.
Ooh.
And more water.
Wow, this is
More
fantastic.
water?
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate that.
Wow.
That's awesome. Yeah.
You know what, now that everyone else is
So thirsty, man.
This is
great,
Some
yeah.
for me, all right?
So good.
Yeah, get some water.
Yeah.
Why is it not
How's it
coming?
working?
Oh, no! Oh! All right. Wow, I did not see that coming. That's
No.
wow.
Wow.
All right. Yikes.
Ooh, I am never.
How you doing, Moses? You okay? You look a little
For the glory of the Lord.
little drenched. All right.
Woo.
Here, have this one instead.
Thank you.
All right. All right, well, Israelites, you did a great job. Everybody give ourselves a round of applause.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Let's give it up for our Israelite Rachel and Moses Daniel.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right. So let's wrap this up. So these Israelites, right, they've been in captivity as slaves for hundreds of years. God finally frees them. He does this amazing miracle. He parts the Red Sea, and he leads them to this promised land that he promised them. He's helping them all along the way, providing for them every single day. And these Israelites just completely forget. I mean, it'd be so easy for us to look at them and be like, man, why weren't you guys content with everything that God had provided you? Well, before we do that, before we're quick to judge these Israelites, let's think about ourselves for a second. Just for a second. I mean, in this country, we are so blessed. We are so blessed. We don't have to go out and gather manna anymore. We can just go to the grocery store. Right? We have grocery stores. We can go and buy whatever we want, bring it and put it in our car, take our car to our home, and we put our food in the refrigerator, and we don't have to worry about food spoiling, right? It lasts, it doesn't rot. If we want to drink a water, we just go to the kitchen faucet, right? We get a glass of water, or we have bottled water. Or it's cold outside, right? We're coming up on winter. So what do? We go in our house, we turn the heat on, right? Right? We turn the heat on. Well, let me tell you something. There are people in this world that they don't have food. They're starving. And there's people in this world that they don't have clean drinking water. Like this church, we go to Honduras, right? God has called us to serve in Honduras. They don't have clean drinking water there. They can't go to their kitchen faucet, turn it on, and get water. First of all, half of them don't even have a kitchen faucet. And the water that they do have, it has bacteria and it has to be filtered. Or there's other people in this world that they don't have homes. We get to go inside when it's cold out. They're still outside in the freezing cold. So the next time you're over a friend's house and you see some toy that he has, or maybe you're at the Walmart aisle, at the toy aisle, and you just have to have whatever this special toy is, right? You would die without it. Whenever you see these toys, I want you to do something for me. Hey, friends, I want you to do something for me. I want you just to think for just a second and just remember all that God has provided us with. All that God has provided us with. He's provided us with so much. And most importantly, He's provided us with His love. A love that would die on a cross for us. I mean, that's amazing. So I want you to remember that. And it brings us to our bottom line for the week. It's this. Don't miss out on what you have now. Can you all read this with me? Don't miss out on what you have now. Yeah. Because we all have so much, right? We all have so much. God has richly blessed all of us. Let's thank Him for that. Especially when we have Thanksgiving coming up, man, no better time than to thank God for all that He's blessed us with. Let's pray and let's thank Him. Dear God, we thank you so much for your blessing. God, you bless us in so many ways. God, most of the time, half the times we don't even realize all the blessing that you give us. But God, I pray that you would help us just to remember that all these blessings that you've given us, God. God, I pray that this week and as we go, God, that we would just be content with what we have. God, especially with Thanksgiving, God, we would just be thankful for our families and friends and just a roof over our head. God, I thank you for everybody here. I thank you for your Son, Jesus, God. We love you, and it's in Jesus' name we pray.